Hey, 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 what's up, everybody? It's your girl. It's me. Remember that time is fluid, so whenever you see this message, it's when you're meant to see it. It's a general reading. It may not resonate with everyone, so please only take what resonates and leave the rest. Today is Friday, August 28th, 11:11 on the clock. Come on now. Come on now. All right, let's see what's going on with my collective energy, my collective support, my collective followers, my collective subscribers. Hi, y'all. What's up? How you doing? Ooh, listen. Today is quite the day. I wrote some things down because I got some. Oh, right. I was supposed to look that up too. Anyway, I had a few downloads, right? And I was hearing that song "Float On." Who sing that? Who sings "Float On"? The Floaters. Duh. The Floaters, right? And remember that song, right? And then I heard Cancer. And my name is Larry, or is it Paul, or something like that? So somebody's name could be Larry or Paul. Okay? What was the guys' names in the Float On group? The Floaters group. Okay, so it was Larry, Paul, Charles, and Ralph. Oh, check this out. Ralph was in Aquarius. Charles is a Libra. Paul is a Leo, and Larry is the Cancer. That's what I said, right? That's what I said. My name is Larry. Yeah, and I'm a Cancer, yep. All right, there it is. All right, so those zodiac signs could be significant. They want to float with you, babe. Float on, float on. Come on. All right, anyway, enough of that, but that could be significant for somebody, so take it how it resonates. What is the energy for the collective? Oh, wow, we got the Three of Cups. Okay. Celebrations. Some of you guys could be going to office parties, holiday parties, special events, family events, vacations. Some of you guys could go, I heard Aspen, skiing. I heard Winter Wonderland. Excuse me, something about Christmas. Maybe you could be going somewhere on Christmas. You could be going to meet somebody, one of those people by that name. You guys could be spending time together over the holidays. You could meet somebody by this name, by the name of Ralph, Charles, Paul, or Larry. All right? We have also the last names. We got Mitchell, Clark, Mitchell again. So that could be siblings. And Cunningham, or family members, right? Like, you can meet somebody while you're traveling, whatever. I keep hearing family reunion. What's going on here? But anyway, there's some celebrations going on, all right? I see a lot of pictures, a lot of videos, doing lives, I'm hearing a resort. Okay, this could be a fair, some kind of Christmas fair, circus, carnival. Take it how it resonates. And we got the Eight of Cups. It's in the reverse, but we're gonna put it up right. We got the Eight of Cups. Yeah, I see someone packing bags. It could be traveling. Okay, and then we got the Ten of Pentacles going. Yeah, listen, Eight of Cups. You're walking away. You're leaving behind, things that no longer serve you, right? 3, 8, and 10. Some of you guys could be having a going away celebration. You could be going. Some of you guys could be going to visit family. All right, with the Ten of Pentacles. All right, friends, family. You know what I mean? Something to that effect. All right. Some of you guys definitely could be relocating. There's a lot of bags here, a lot of suitcases. Some of you guys could be going towards your own stability to create a new foundation. You're leaving. Okay, I'm hearing you're leaving one aspect of your life and you're going to create a new one. Okay? Yeah, because I see like friends getting together. Some of you guys could have roommates or You know what I'm saying? You could be moving in with your friends, your cousins, I'm hearing. I feel like you're creating a new foundation with people that are like you, okay? People that see you, understand you, right? Yeah. So some of you guys could be meeting a couple. All right, what we got here? We got the King of Wands. I heard the Adventurer. What we got here? Justice. Balancing things out. What's fair? I feel like also you may have outgrown a group. This could be people from your childhood friends, people that you made a pact with, that kind of energy. With the Justice here, what's fair? Something being fair, something being balanced out. Maybe you feel like something's missing. Maybe you feel like an opportunity you're looking for is somewhere else. What we got here, the Nine of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords. Self-sufficiency. Some of you guys can be entrepreneurs. You could be launching a new business. Maybe you felt like you needed to relocate in order to thrive, in order for something to work out for you. Maybe the different environment. With the Nine of Swords, this is getting me like some kind of regrets, being haunted by some things that you've done. All right? Some regrets. Guilt. I don't know if you use divination. Maybe you feel guilty about doing something to create this stability. Maybe you did some kind of divination, money spells, or that was a Ouija board, so I don't know. Did you try to conjure something up, and now you feel you're in regret about that shit? Now you're being haunted by this shit. This shit's starting to spook your ass out. That's what I'm hearing. All right, I think that's enough of these. The Emperor in the reverse. Look at this. The Seven of Cups is in the reverse. Ten of Cups. Wish fulfillment, emotional fulfillment. The Emperor. Somebody very, I'm hearing uptight. Somebody that really cares a lot about their image. Seven of Cups. Somebody that's online. Somebody does something online. Somebody has a lot of energy around them. It could be spiritual guys. It could be, I don't know. They do something online. Somebody has a book. This could be somebody that predicts things. But Seven of Cups could be illusions, options, perspectives. The Emperor in the reverse. No, he didn't. Was he in the reverse? I think they were both in the reverse. So this could be somebody that's very misleading. Okay? They mislead the people that follow them. Give me these. Okay. But justice is here. Some of you guys are, as you travel, you're creating different experiences for yourself. Some of you guys could keep a lot of notes. Okay? You have somebody is like the alchemist. The alchemist was a traveler. The alchemist sold all his sheep to go on an adventure to find some kind of, I forget what he was looking for, an opportunity, riches, something to that effect. But I feel like along the way he learned wisdom. Well, we got the Ten of Pentacles and the Sun. Yeah. Learn wisdom and wealth and happiness. It's not all tied to the material world, right? It's about the experiences that you that you have that create, with the Sun here, that create your wealth, because knowledge is wealth. Love of self is wealth. Love of the Creator is wealth. When you have those kind of things, your perspective changes about money. And you know, I heard a download too this morning. I heard, from the earth you came, and to the earth you shall return. I heard that this morning. I was watching the news, and they were showing about that flooding thing that happened. You know what I'm talking about, that avalanche flooding, that melting of the ice caps and shit like that, whatever. In Indonesia, was it? I can't think right. Anyway, but when I was seeing it, it was like, from the earth you came, to the earth you shall return. And that automatically sent me back to the dinosaur days and all that stuff. So when they're digging up those bones and stuff like that, that's probably what happened. Some kind of natural event is what happened. And I feel like that is reoccurring right now in this lifetime. I feel like in every lifetime, you know, the earth has to be recycled. And there will be others that come after us that will be digging up our bones. We will be the ancestors. Come on, Spirit. And I feel like until we get it right, it's going to continue to what is that I'm hearing? To not discharge, but to renew itself in a way. You know what I mean? Because we don't respect it, first and foremost, right? We got the high priestess in the reverse. Misguided passions. I'm telling you, somebody's has been very misguided out here. Conceit, ignorance, hidden agenda, secretive and superficial knowledge, irrational, right? They don't listen to their own inner voice, their own intuition. With this Ten of Pentacles, this could be family. This could be, you know, wherever you created your environment with the people around you that you call your supporters, your friends, you know, your family, right? Family ties, inheritance, settle, property, established traditions. You're finding out the success and happiness is what? Prosperity, hope, love, joy, and satisfaction. Vitality, clarity, understanding, achievement, fulfillment, and good news. The sun is here. You may have felt like somebody was misguided, or you could have been misguided at some point in your life, and now you're going to find your true north, is what I'm hearing. Because, you know, that's what happened. I feel like with every generation. With every generation, there's, like, I want to say with every family, there's that one or two people, you know what I'm saying? More than likely it's just that one person, right, that doesn't walk the same walk as everybody else. You know, they don't follow the herd, is what I'm hearing. What we got here? The Queen of Pentacles. You're a caregiver. You're generous. You could be a mother. Somebody's mother could have misguided them about, you know, relationships and sticking around and staying to the end, right? I'm here till death do us part. Staying in situations and relationships that, you know, they don't help build you up. They don't, you know, help you to learn and to adventure and to want more than what you have, right? This is somebody that's very, you could be very generous and very caring, very creative, right? You're financially responsible. You're very secure in yourself. This person, this could be a mother figure, all right? I don't know. I'm hearing somebody. This is somebody that could be guiding you or trying to get you to see things in a different perspective. But I feel like, or this could be somebody that just has some hidden agenda. All right, so let's look at both sides of that, because I feel like Spirit don't want me to let that get lost in translation. That just because this person's in the upright, they still may have some misguided, you know. All depends, right? Let's get some more information. What's this High Priestess in the reverse and the Queen of Pentacles. Could be somebody that mismanages their money. Okay? What we got here? The Six of Wands. Victory. Public recognition. Praise. Rewards. Somebody could want to be praised. Somebody could want to be held in high esteem. What can I get some more on this? Thank you. You got the World, closing out a cycle. Completion, success, fulfillment, high attainment, rewards for efforts, inner and outer reconciliation, voyage, immigration. Emigrate is what it says. Immigration, a voyage. This is, traveling, adventures, journeying. Like somebody could travel around the world. That kind of energy. So, okay, what I'm hearing here is you could have had a family, someone in your family, or just the family in general that was stuck in the generational ways and the way things were done by their parents. So they're like repeating that energy. You could be somebody that feels like you don't want to follow that. You don't want to follow that path, right? You feel different about staying married and staying in relationships where they become difficult, maybe even abusive, whether that's emotionally, verbally, or physically, right? Or you're someone that, don't want to marry somebody because of what they look like or how much money they got. You could have been taught, they ain't got no money, don't waste your time with it, and that kind of bullshit. See, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. The manipulation. You're closing out this cycle. It hasn't done anything for you. If anything, it has caused you to go in the wrong direction and to not only create hurt and pain and ups and disappointment for yourself, but also for other people. Okay? Because you behaved in such a way. We have the resistance. Yes. Lack of hope. Unable to change. Unable to move on. Hard to move on. Yeah, you're freeing yourself from having to tell a lie, to be manipulative, and then having to keep lying and being manipulative to cover up shit like that, right? You could have been around people that never held themselves accountable, right? People that always felt like you had to have the upper hand over people, that you had to get people before they got you, because that's all they do. I'm hearing that's all women do. Women ain't shit. They think because they got that they should be able to get this, and they should be able to have it. Don't let no. That's the shit I'm hearing. Ooh wee. And if it's a woman that's never, this is a woman too that could be saying that women are sneaky. Listen, you got the Eight of Cups again. Withdrawal, changing your priorities, letting go and abandoning a situation, leaving the past behind and seeking deeper meaning, right? There was a lot of burdens here. It could have been burdensome because you were acting in a robotic fashion, right? You were doing things on the outside, but on the inside, you were struggling. It was like trying to get out. The real you trying to get out, and that could have caused you a lot of inner turmoil. And also realizing that you were putting in way more than you were receiving. Okay, no matter what you did or how you went about things, you still never fit in, right? You still could, Spirit said, convince people. Or maybe Spirit said, maybe it's just time to go. How about that? Nine of Pentacles. Maybe it's just time to go. You can take care of yourself. You can create for yourself. You don't need no help. Look. You're not in poverty. You have skills. You have independence. You have confidence. You have self-awareness, right? And you can get out here and you can do what you need to do. Spiritual poverty, that's what I'm hearing. When your spirit is low, You may feel like you don't even have what it takes to get up and do the things needed to take care of yourself. Somebody could have tried to make you feel like, I'm telling you, if you didn't do it this way, then you weren't going to be able to have it. You said, that don't make no fucking sense, right? That don't make no sense. Somebody could have wanted you codependent. Look, 7 of Cups. That shit don't make no sense. Self-sufficient, inconsiderate, insecure. Oh, that's a death card in the reverse. I thought that was a chariot because there's a chariot right there. Okay. Resistance to change. Somebody resistance to change. Nothing's gonna change. You know, they don't see things. They don't see that maybe they need to do something different. Maybe try to do something differently. You know, maybe they could be the problem. They can't hear you. Spirit said they can't hear you. They can't hear you. They are stuck in where they're at, and they're okay with where they're at. They're not trying to go nowhere. They're not trying to move. They're not trying to understand what they've been doing and how they are has been. They're comfortable. They're good with that. You're the one that's acting weird. Because why would you want to leave this? You're the one that's acting weird. Why wouldn't you want to carry on the legacy? You're the one that's acting weird. Spirit, what is this? Look, this rigid-ass emperor. This could be a daddy. Rigid, inflexible, very impatient, very excessive and controlling. They abuse their power. They're very dominant. You know what I'm saying? They try to dominate the relationship. The air I'm hearing, you know, my way of the fucking highway. Knight of Swords, yeah, you had to be brave. I feel like you stood up for yourself. Very opinionated. A career-minded young man. Somebody that wants to carry themselves in a different way, in a different manner. You know, this new generation, them kids ain't like us, right? They don't have no problem speaking up for themselves, whereas when we was kids, we probably got popped in the mouth. Listen, the Fool and 7 of Wands. Come on now. Taking that leap of faith. Yeah. And fighting for what you believe, right? Like if I can't be myself, if I can't, live the way I feel like it makes me happy, then I need to go somewhere where I can. That's what I'm hearing. Releasing that. Old grief. Moving on. Acceptance and forgiveness. Acceptance and forgiveness. Sometimes we have to understand that people feel the way they feel, and we shouldn't take that personal. We take it personal if they don't agree with us on what we want. That makes no sense. Because do you agree with everything they want? And I heard that, well, even if I don't say nothing. But that's not the issue. We shouldn't take it personal. That's not your life. Right? You may feel like you have to put up your boundaries. Ace of Pentacles, to go get what you want, what you're destined for, to try to do something different. Some people, they just got these ideas. This is what I want to be. This is what I want to do. And you could get those, you shouldn't do that. That's too risky. Because they wouldn't be able to. You have to really be able to think for yourself, because they may be afraid to do that, and they can tell you all the things and all the reasons why it won't work, because that's what they tell themselves. This is what I'm talking about, that misguided energy. What's going on here? Manifesting new financial enterprise. That's what you're walking away to, collective. What we got here? And that's the truth. That's the truth right there. All right, I'm done with that. Anything else out here? I got a couple of these. Let's get a couple of these. I feel like y'all are going on. Y'all are doing your thing. I think I seen the Chariot just there. Didn't I? Knight of Swords. Listen. You're doing what you have to do. You're standing in your truth. You're speaking up for what you believe. You're confident. You're smart. You know, you don't rush into things, but you're very methodical. Okay? Queen of Swords. Come on now. Truth. You stand in what you believe. Yeah, you have faith in what you believe. You're wise. You could have been studying, and some of you guys could have been studying. Some of you guys could do, what do you call it? Debate. What we got here? Look at this. 6 of Wands. Crown jewel, I heard. You're a crown jewel. Jewel in the crown of Jesus. Right? You're going to be somebody that's going to be a trailblazer, I'm hearing. Right? You're going to do something. You're going to step out on faith. And you're going to go with the wisdom and the knowledge that you've been given. Right? Or what you've learned. And you're going to be successful. Right? Whatever success looks like for you. But just remember that the outside, it does not measure your success. It's who you are as a person that measures your success. Because when you love yourself and you hold yourself accountable, you realize that outside shit don't make you who you are. So that means you have a smaller chance of doing something fucked up to keep it. You understand? There's integrity here. I'm just saying. But it's nice to have those things. But don't make them an idol. Don't make it something that you will have to lie, cheat, or steal to keep. Got me? Or do something unethical, right? Or to use others, right? Be in competition or want what other people have. See, that's when you done, went off the deep end. That's what I call it. Ace of Wands, baby, listen, you guys are very gifted. And the Ten of Pentacles, listen. Your Ten of Pentacles, your measure of success may look different than the way it did in the beginning when you first imagined your Ten of Pentacles. Could have been family, white picket fence, the car, all that shit. But today, now, you're happy to have peace in your home. You're happy to have the necessities, peace, wisdom, your health, your breath, right? You starting to learn that these things are way more valuable. But if I got those other things, I can have those things, but they just can't be something that I worship. Right? That's where you find peace. That's when your money starts to stack and it starts to grow, because you're not running around here trying to fix a feeling. You heard? Money ain't the idol either. Stop worrying about it and watch it grow. I'm just saying. That's a tree growing out this man's hand. That's wisdom for you. Come on, Spirit. Anything else? Okay, what we got here? Ooh, the Tower and the Six of Cups. Ooh, you're saying some shit different now, huh? Don't that change the way you see things and how you deal with people and how you... Yes, King of Pentacles. What I say? Wealth is on the inside. When you have that inside wealth, you got the outside wealth. It looks good no matter what the fuck you got. It looks good on you. And you got some. Yeah, you got some money. And you can share. You can take somebody out to eat, whatever. Your bills are paid. You make wise investments. You're not out here trying to show off and be a showboater. You know what I'm saying? You just that quiet. Let me go to work, collect my pension, and enjoy the comforts of the fruit of my labor. And treat people with fucking respect so that shit comes back to you. The Tower. That's a whole change of mindset. That old familiar way, that old way of thinking, that old way of doing shit, the old way how your mama and your daddy did it, how your brother them did it, how your grandparents did it. Yeah. Take what you need and forget the rest. Now, you can take on the stability aspect, that work ethic. That's something you can keep with you. But that staying with people that cause you pain and suffering and trauma, you can disconnect. You can disconnect. The Magician and the King of Pentacles, the great manifester, turning your hardships into prosperity. And you help others. Because people admire you with the Six of Wands. People look up to you. People see you. People see you overcome. People saw you not shrink and not, not just succumb. Well, damn, they falling right in line. No, you said, nah, I'm not going to fall in line. Matter of fact, I'm finna step out this line. Okay, you finna step out this line. What's going on here? I'm sitting here. There's a Queen of Swords over here in the reverse, right? That's knocking on the door trying to get in, but I ain't letting that bitch in because she lying. She cold-hearted. She just nosy. Page of Cups. All right. And what else? The Sun. And what else? And what else? The King of Wands. Very passionate. Adventurous. A go-getter. Good-looking. Very intelligent, very wise. Somebody could like to tell jokes. Somebody could be funny, have a lot of wit. They very exciting energy. They like to do things. Yeah, I'm hearing barbecue. Somebody likes to grill. Four of Wands, home. Listen, the Ten of Cups. What? Yes, sir. And that's what you want, and that's what you shall have. Two of Pentacles. If that's what you want, then that's what you shall have. Ooh, and the devil mad. Look who that mad. Because you get a choice. You're releasing yourself from the toxicity. If it causes pain, if it's malicious, if it's covetous, if it's jealous, if it's envy, if it's greed, if it's, self-serving, you're releasing that shit. You got a choice. You got a choice just like everybody else does. Understand that. Just like everybody else got a choice. Alright, guys, that's your message. I hope you enjoyed it. I will see y'all in the next one. I don't know who them folks are, but float on. Deuces. Y'all stay up.